Hello, 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 my Jazai, Melanie, Enlightened Spirit. And I'm here live on Instagram as well as on Facebook and YouTube. And all I can say is technology. Wow. So I have two cameras and I am trying it all out for the last reading of 2024, the first reading for 2025, the week of 2025. And so I want to thank you all for being here. As you know, you can put your messages, your chats into the chat box and I will answer your questions. That's how this works. I'm going to draw some cards and you're going to send me your questions and I will answer them and we will have a lovely time for about 30 minutes or so. It has been a whirlwind of holiday festivities for me, and I am sure for you, good, bad, or indifferent, but we will carry on. We never, never, ever, 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 ever give up, as per Winston Churchill says. And so just a little bit of information about me. If you don't know, now you know. My name is Mel, In-Lightened Spirit, and I am a psychic, spiritual medium, advisor, coach, and channel. I'm all that woo-woo stuff. And so I'm using my talents, my treasures, my gifts to help bring you into the light, you into a space where radiance is more accessible, where you're living lives of freedom, of happiness, enlightenment. And so I do that with using my cards, my oracle deck, as well as my affirmators, who have proven to be a very wonderful resource in this process. And so we're going to move on shortly with some card readings, giving some people time to come online, as well as giving you some more background information about me. So many of you know that I've been reading cards for, several years. All my life, pretty much since about 18 years ago, but professionally 2.5. And I tell you, it has been a whirlwind of just amazing, magical occurrences. I have been placed in the right places. I have been surrounded by amazing people. And this offering has been something that has been just so very transformative in my life and the lives of others who have come to me for readings. So you can definitely reach out to me via DM on Instagram or Facebook or YouTube if you'd like to book your own private reading. You can see me at the Awaken Center in Plymouth Meeting Mall. I'm there usually Thursdays and then one of the days during the weekend. But if you are indeed ready to live a life with more radiance, with more freedom, more joy, more empowerment, and more love, come to me. I'll show you how you can get it. Because unfortunately, there's no magic pill to make all of that happen. It takes a lot of hard work, and you're not alone in the pursuit of all those wonderful characteristics. You're not alone. You can do it with me. Enlightened Spirit, Mel, your psychic, your medium, your coach, your advisor, your channel to the light. And so with that, I thank you in advance for bearing with me here because it's hashtag technology's crazy. And I'm so fortunate right now to be able to be online on and Instagram as well, because the wonderful universe as well as wonderful people in my life have given me another device in which to go live upon. So I'm super excited for that. So we're going to start our session with the affirmators or affirmators. I don't know how you like to say it. I like to say it both ways, but we're going to start with the affirmators. And they kind of give us something to always hold on to, something to always think about as we proceed with this week. This week being the first week of 2025. This Monday being the last Monday of 2024. And whether or not you celebrate Yule, you celebrate Christmas or Hanukkah or Kwanzaa, there is something for you, some gift that has been bestowed upon you this winter holiday season. And so I'm encouraging you to seek it out, to find it, whatever it might look like, find that gift and then exploit it and then leverage it, use it to your greatest and highest potential so you can live as the greatest, best version of yourself. So the affirmators are telling us to, here we go, end of 2024, beginning of 2025, we must have courage. Courage, folks. Absolute courage. And ain't that the truth? You know, I think it was John Wayne who said, you know, fear isn't being afraid. No, courage, bravery isn't about being afraid. You know, having courage isn't about not being afraid. Having courage, having bravery means being afraid, but saddling up anyway, moving through the fear, moving through the obstacles to get to the other side. And with that, you need courage. And so the affirmators are telling us, courage. No one is fearless. No one. If they're saying they are, they're lying. But even though I'm not fearless, I am courageous. When fear shows up, I don't run away from it. I use my courage to conquer it. My courage allows me to walk right up to that fear and kick it in the nuts. Then quickly hide behind someone bigger until it goes away. So, yes, we are all encouraged to pick fear in its tenderest, juiciest, most vulnerable bits. However that manifests for you. Because fear, like many other things, are just great big boogeymen. Boogeymen designed to keep you in shackles, designed to keep you away from the sunlight of the spirit. And so we should be afraid, but our fear is our gateway to unparalleled courage. And so that is universe's wish for you this 2024, last reading of 2024, and the first reading of the week of 2025. Moving right along, we're going to go into my girls, my friends, my oracle cards, the goddess cards, the African goddess oracle cards, the fairies, and the ascended masters. And it's only, out of convenience, I call them my girls. They are mostly women, but hey, everybody's got a little chick inside them, right? They sure do. So it should resonate with anybody who is watching this video. And so the theme for 2025, and again, if you have questions, please put your questions in the chat box. If you have questions, I will do my damnedest to answer them. But the theme for 2025 is live out loud. All right. So at first it was courage, and then it was live out loud. So folks, this is the theme. 2025 is going to come upon us with many things that's going to make us want to hide and act small, play small. We can't do that. No. We were not placed on this earth to make other people feel comfortable. We were placed on this earth to grow. Unfortunately, pain is a touchstone of growth. Uncomfortability is a touchstone to grow. Fear is a touchstone to grow. And so the cards are asking us to have courage in 2025, to take the courage you experienced in 2024, leverage it so you could augment it in 2025, and then live out loud in 2025. Do not play small. Do not try to be quiet and comfortable for everybody. Cause a motherfucking ruckus. That is what spiritual as fuck means. Be spiritual as fuck as you live your best and most radiant life, living your truth as much as humanly possible, and cause a ruckus. Break some dishes. Cause a mess. The mess is where the magic is. Do not diminish your light so somebody else's life can shine brighter. This is your mission in 2025. And why do we do this? We live out loud, we live with courage, we face our fears, we walk through our fears because we are teaching others that they too can do the same thing. And when we have so many people facing their fears, living out loud, living with courage, we become a stronger unit. We become a race of people who are standing for something rather falling for anything. And so here we go. The goddesses here are asking us to find the courage through unconditional love. And that can be a hard one. For many of us, our courage has seemed to be, attacked or has been diminished or it has been poisoned because of things we feel that people have said or done in our lifetimes. And this card is to tell you that those people, even when it seems like it was malicious, it's not about you, it's about them. And those experiences have come to you because the universe loves you and is protecting you and guiding you. And all that uncomfortable crap that you've experienced has really been placed there for you to use it to make yourself the highest, most greatest, most radiant version of yourself. And so your challenge, my challenge, our challenge is to be courageous by finding the love in every single situation we face. Now, of course, this doesn't mean that romantic, sexy time love per se, but maybe it is the love of showing up and doing the work, the love of knowing that you have been able to provide for yourself, the love of knowing that people have shown up for you to help you provide for yourself, the love of connecting with another person, the love of creating something. There is love in absolutely everything in our purview. So try to find it. That love is going to bring you tremendous courage, is going to help you live out loud and help your light shine brighter and stronger in 2024. 2025. Moving right along into our friends, the fairies. The fairies are saying quiet time. Okay. Many of us have had to be strong and brave and courageous all the time. Like we are burnt the fuck out with having to be all these things so we can show up as our best selves. And this card in 2025 is saying, take some quiet time, right? Take some quiet time, figure out where your talents and your treasures and your gifts lie. Take some quiet time to discern what is for you and what is not for you. Take some quiet time to determine where you want to go and who you are. That's why also getting a reading with me is going to help you identify who you really are so you can decide where you really want to go. You're saying that when you take time out to be with yourself, you will find more pathways to courage. You will find more avenues to live out loud where your light shines brightest. You will find more opportunities for love, finding love in any situation that you are faced with, even when it comes kind of sideways. So take that time out. For many of you who know me know that I have deemed January as selfish Melanie month. I am taking a lot of time in January to just be quiet, to learn, to rest, to take in more information, to hone my skills, to meditate, to exercise, because I need it. And every single one of you out there have been busting your asses with being everything for everybody, being front facing. And now it's time to take a break. The winter months are perfect for that because this is the time where we get to hibernate, get all of our ducks in a row, get all of our energy together to then come out in springtime, even early winter, as the newest, best version of ourselves. Moving right along, the Ascended Masters are here to lend their expertise in this issue, and it's saying crystals. All right. Crystal, what the hell does that mean? Well, this means that it's time for you to get around some natural, awesome things to help augment, to help energize, to help revitalize your energy. So many of you know I work at a crystal shop. It is called the Awaken Center for Human Evolution. It's located in the Plymouth Meeting Mall in Plymouth Meeting, Pennsylvania. And we are full of crystals. And so whether or not you believe in crystals or not, it doesn't matter. Crystals work without your permission, okay? You can pick up a piece of selenite and have it energize you. You can have a piece of rose quartz, and that can help open your heart to more love, especially since the goddesses are saying we need to be aware and utilize all avenues of love in 2025. Pick up a crystal, pick up a fancy rock, let it mean something to you, and use whatever it gives to you to your highest and greatest good. I know for a fact that crystals can absorb negative energy, can help transform your negative energy inside you into energy that's more useful. I know that crystals can open up your third eye. Crystals can ask your mind to imagine and wander. Crystals can give us strength. And why wouldn't they? There are these beautiful things that the universe made that suffered the pressure, that suffered the heat, that suffered the dirt of this earth to emerge beautiful, glimmering, and radiant. So why not get a piece for yourself? And I've already told you where you can get it. So 2025 is not going to be an easy year. And as I'm asking my spirit guides, and as I'm asking them to give me some more information about this reading, about what we're about to embark upon, they're saying our courage, we need to start flexing our courage muscles now. And so they're asking us, what are the things we've been shying away from? What is that thing that you refuse to do and you know you need to do? I'll tell you right now, the thing I refuse to do that I need to do is become a vegetarian and to wake up an hour earlier so I can meditate. I don't like to meditate in the morning. I think, hey, it's easier just to go back to bed and then meditate slash dream. No, I have to get up at least an hour earlier, and I don't want to do it. And who says, oh, you're not being courageous by doing that? Yes, I am being courageous by doing that. By facing my fear, by facing my discomfort of number one, getting up earlier, number two, having to have focus first thing in the morning to meditate, I am facing the fear, the thing that is in my pathway designed to make me a better person, a better light, a shinier light, a more radiant light, helping me fulfill my soul's purpose. I'm facing it with courage. And so pray for me as I'm going to pray for you that you will have courage to face that thing you are refusing to do in 2025, right? The next thing, living out loud. How many of us are not saying the thing we need to say? They are saying, my guides are saying, we have to say the thing we are refusing to say. I know for me that I do not like to repeat myself, even though it might sound like I repeat myself in this broadcast. I don't like to repeat myself when I speak to people. So one thing I have to do is I have to repeat myself and also say things that I really truly mean so people don't ask me to repeat myself, so that I am absolutely clear in my messaging. Often when I give messaging, I say it in a way that is designed to not hurt anybody, not step on anybody's toes, and to kind of position myself in a way that that maintains the appearance of being, a good guy. But there are some things I need to say that you just have to say it. And if someone gets butthurt about it, that's really not my business. I have to speak my truth. And when speaking my truth, I'm going to have more courage. The crazy thing about not speaking my truth, by not living my truth, is that if I don't, the whole concept of not doing it turns into this really great big obstacle, this really great big fear that I need additional courage to face. So live out loud, break some dishes, cause a fucking ruckus. This is what's required of 2025. And courage for quiet time. And they're telling me to tell you, being quiet is not my forte. Now, mind you, when I'm home alone, I'm not really talking to people, even though I do love chatting on the phone and doing readings. But when I'm home alone, I'm not really doing quiet time. We're saying that you have to have courage to be quiet and hear yourself. right? It is so hard to get to a place where you're like, I'm not going to worry about the dishes. I'm not going to worry about the laundry. I'm going to worry about what's going on in between my two ears and in my own heart. We have to get quiet so we know where we are, so we can go where we want to go. Oh, almost forgot unconditional love. What are they saying about unconditional love? They're saying that we have to stop looking for love outside of ourselves, with the people, with the things, with the items. That is not true love. Love begins inside. And a wonderful woman talked to me this week, and she said, imagine the love in your hands. Thank you, Lilith. Imagine the loves in your hands. As you touch yourself, as you touch your things, are you putting your hands on something and giving it love at the same time? And so when I think about this, I'm like, am I using my words with love? Am I touching myself with love? Am I performing a task with love? The more that I activate towards myself with love, the more I'm going to see the unconditional love all over my world. And that is so super important, because finding those pockets of love is going to be our mission in 2025, because it's not going to be easy. Things are going to look pretty damn bleak, but we have to understand that these things are happening for us, not to us. And then finally, get some assistance, right? Crystals. They're saying selenite is a really good crystal to have. And again, you can find a nice piece of selenite for $2 at the Awaken Center in the Plymouth Meeting Mall. That's where I work on Thursdays and one of the days during the week. But also, they say find a crystal that resonates with you, something that's beautiful to you, that's also going to fill in your grid for love, as well as much needed compassion, understanding, diligence that you need for the courage you are to exemplify in 2025. And so, lastly, and not leastly, I last week I pulled a card from heaven. This is my Talking to Angels deck, Talking to Heaven deck. And many of us have experienced a lot of loss this holiday season, this winter time, this Yule time, this Kwanzaa, this Christmas, this Hanukkah. And, for me, it seems like a lot of people have passed. But I've also been told that as I get older, I'm going to notice a lot more people passing, especially during the holiday season. And so I have experienced some loss, and some very close people to me have experienced loss as well. And so that is why the mediumship that I've been working with has been very important. Being able to deliver messages of hope, of kindness, of love from those who have transitioned to the other side has been a real pleasure to me. And so, again, I'd love to do that for you. Send me a DM, reach out to me any way possible. There's loads of ways to do it. And we can have a mediumship reading just for you. And so, as I allow a message to show up here in our Speaking to Heaven cards, there is no time where they are. Time is only on earth. That is something they really want us to understand. As we endeavor to have courage, to live out loud, to practice and find pockets of love, as we have quiet time, as we work with our crystals, there's time to do all of it. There really, really is. And when we think we are losing time or wasting time, we are really, truly not. It's so interesting. When we really want something, we make the time to do it. Somehow, some way, we find a pocket to achieve that thing we want to achieve. And so they are asking us to think of time differently in 2025. Perhaps we think of time as an opportunity for us to do exactly what we need to do in a given set of hours. And if that thing doesn't get accomplished, that was not what we were supposed to do. We didn't waste our time. We didn't squander it. We aren't behind the curve. Yeah, we might have a little extra work, but hey, when does the work ever go away? Never, because we're on Earth and there's always a shit ton to do, right? Perhaps we start to look at time as something that is more malleable, that is more flexible, that is more abundant. Perhaps we consider filling our time with more of the things that bring us joy, not the things that numb us out. And for me, I know that I get unparalleled joy by facing things that I've been afraid to face. Yes, that unparalleled joy is accompanied by discomfort. Yes. But on the other side of it is such a sense of pride, such a sense of accomplishment, such a sense of grace. It's really, like I said, unparalleled. So consider that time is just ain't a thing. When you step up to the plate to do something, it is because this is the time to do it. There hasn't been a better time to do it. This moment that you've chosen to do it is the best time. And whatever else shows up in that time frame is exactly what you're supposed to be doing. No more weaponizing the to-do list. No more weaponizing the tasks and the errands that you have to run, that you think you have to run in a given set of hours. How about just accepting blindly that there is enough time to do everything you need to do in that day, period? When you encounter the idea that, oh, I didn't get that done today, oh no, I'm so terrible, I'm gonna be behind, now I'm gonna be in trouble, now I'm gonna be a loser. How about when you counter those thoughts, you practice unconditional love? Huh? How about that? How about you tell yourself, well, damn it, I might be in trouble, but I did my best. And the things I did do, apparently I really needed to do that day in those given set of hours, minutes, and seconds. And so I'm going to choose to be all right with it. And the thing I didn't do, I can get to that at another time. Sometimes that thing that we think we really need to do at a certain time in a certain place, right, isn't really as important as we thought it was. So we're asking you to have compassion with your thoughts, compassion with yourself, to not hold yourself to the rigid parameters of time being this finite element, this rigid element, to having more compassion and treating yourself with love so you can see more love, so you can be more courageous, so you can live out loud, so you can embody a life full of radiance, have empowerment, have more freedom. So you can hashtag live enlightened and spiritual AF. So that has been our show for today. Thank you for joining me for Spiritual AF. Thank you for bearing with me with technology as I shuffle two devices, and I'm here on Instagram and YouTube and Facebook, and I hope that I've given you something to hold on to consider, to help propel you into the fifth dimension for 2025. Happy 2024. Happy New Year. Happy Yule. Happy Kwanzaa. Happy Hanukkah. Happy Christmas. Happy Monday. And I will see you next Monday. Side note, we did do this broadcast today at 8 p.m. because I was busy having fun. So let me know if 8 p.m. is a better time for this live stream. I think I can swing it. Either way, I want to do what's best for you and for myself. And I hope that you all have a fantastic 2025. And you are strong enough to live enlightened and spiritual AF. Hey, Jenna, thank you. Mwah, 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 mwah. Thanks, guys. Bye-bye.